Well, the mainstream media wasting no time, of course. They have been all over Donald Trump's vice presidential pick, JD Vance, just with ruthless attacks. Watch this.
It's going to be consequential for the world even before we have the election.
He's unqualified. It's a singular issue.
He is a radical authoritarian, and Trump is picking him.
He is now picking a vice president who has pledged 100% loyalty to the cult of Donald Trump.
He would never stand for the Constitution before he would stand for Donald Trump.
Oh, my gosh. Here with reaction, Outnumbered co-host and former White House press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany. Kayleigh, what's your reaction to that?
My reaction is what I heard on CNN panels back in 2015 about Donald Trump. The apoplectic, cult language, dangerous language, really, in the wake of what we've seen. The same language you just heard there is exactly what they were saying about Trump. Ironically, at the time that JD Vance wrote Hillbilly Elegy and perfectly explained the Trump movement through his life story.
Right. Donald Trump Jr. was interviewed about lack of experience from JD Vance's part, and he said that's what we love about him. We like that he's not a career politician. What do you think about JD Vance and his policies? And he also said, I was anti-Trump, and I own that. He said, but then I saw Donald Trump as president, and I changed my mind. I realized I was buying into the lies of the media.
I think that's something that if you are a so-called never Trump voter or you're a skeptic, he has the ability to say, so was I, but I watched him and I saw the results. You know, one thing, when we talk about JD Vance, you know, it's easy to look at each candidate who adds. You know, Glenn Youngkin could have brought a state like Virginia. Yeah. You know, there's appeal there. But with JD Vance, here's what you're getting. We're in a time of economic angst. Inflation is the top issue. People are down. 80% of young people don't believe the American dream exists. Well, I was reading Hillbilly Elegy last night. He talks about living the American dream. His life story that we are going to hear Wednesday is going to resonate with a lot of Americans.
Yeah, he ended up going to Yale Law School. He met his beautiful wife there. And Lawrence, we were all assigned someone on the short list, a VP short list. And Lawrence, he was touted to go interview JD Vance. So he goes to his hometown, goes to their home, and he sits down with both of them. And he interviewed his wife. This is what she said to Lawrence. Listen.
Are you ready for the scrutiny that comes with potentially being the second lady of the United States?
I don't know that anyone is ever ready for that kind of scrutiny. I mean, I think we found the first campaign that he embarked on to be a shock. It was so different from anything we'd ever done before. I'm not raring to change anything about our lives right now, but I really, you know, I believe in JD and I really love him. And so we'll just sort of see what happens.
Kayleigh?
So, you know, there's a lot of talk about the suburban woman. Everyone wants to win the suburban woman. Nikki Haley tonight did a great job winning suburban women. I don't know if JD Vance does that. Usha Vance does. She is very relatable. I think women across the country, mothers, are going to look at her, listen to her, and say, oh, this is a ticket I can consider. She is as big of a get for the ticket as her husband.
And she used to be a Democrat.
She used to be a Democrat, so she can speak in the same way as a Trump skeptic who came around, and that speaks to millions of voters in the country.
There are a lot of people that are either independents, they don't want to pick a party, they're more in the middle, and they're looking at all of this, and that will be important. So Joe Biden, we knew last week Joe Biden was going to have an interview with Lester Holt, NBC. Day one of the RNC. So he did that. It got pretty combative. And Lester Holt asked him about the bullseye comment and how, after what happened over the weekend, highly inappropriate. Listen to this.
Mistake to use the word. I didn't say crosshairs. I meant bullseye. I meant focus on him. Focus on what he's doing. Focus on his policies. Focus on the number of lies he told in the debate. The focus was on what he's saying and, I mean, the idea.
What's your reaction?
So he was asked after that if he's doing soul searching. He went on to malign Trump with a lie. He talked about the bloodbath comment out of context. We know bloodbath had to do with the auto industry. So he says that and then falsely maligns the president. By the way, put out on Twitter, protect democracy, vote against JD Vance and Donald Trump. That's dangerous language, talking in those existential terms. So he needs to follow up his words with actions.
Kayleigh, thank you so much.
We'll
be watching you on Outnumbered.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.